Welcome to the conversation at airsafe.com. This is your host, Todd Curtis. On November 5th, 2015, I had a conversation with BBC Television about the latest developments in the investigation of the crash with the Metrojet A321 in Egypt. Among the topics we discussed was the role of the intelligence agencies in decision-making, specifically on the part of the United States and the United Kingdom.
Hello to you. British investigators looking at what brought down a Russian passenger jet in Egypt now believe a bomb was put in the hold shortly before takeoff. President Obama is saying this was a possibility and we're taking it very seriously. Britain's Prime Minister David Cameron says it is more likely than not. The Egyptian governor says it's still too early to draw conclusions. Several countries, including the Netherlands and Germany, have now joined Britain in restricting travel to the resort of Sharm el-Sheikh. Dr. Todd Curtis is an aviation security expert. We can speak to him live now from Boston. Thank you very much for your time. Drawing on your experience and what information is available, what do you think happened here and what lessons do you draw from it?
Well, I think there's overwhelming evidence that there was a catastrophic event that happened to this aircraft, an event that's highly unusual given the care that's been taken over several decades to make sure that aircraft systems perform normally in those situations. And frankly, the information that led to the most recent changes by the British and American governments is based on information that's outside of the normal aviation safety channels, that is military and surveillance type of information. And as has been said by others, this is the kind of thing where it's not an absolute certainty that this happened, but I'm assuming that given that there is a very high level at the prime minister level and the presidential level in the U.S., high-level acknowledgement that there is a risk here, a possible bomb, I think they're acting in a prudent manner.
And what lessons do you draw from it? What lessons should other airports draw from it?
Well, I think this event is an example of the complex nature of the modern aviation system. That is, even if this were a case where there is no hint whatsoever of a deliberate action, any accident typically takes several nations cooperating together to get things done. And so far, at least from the aviation safety investigation, there doesn't seem to be any hindrance on the part of the major partners to go forward with this investigation. As far as this kind of situation, where you have a safety and a security concern simultaneously, you'll see the sort of bifurcation of effort. Some governments acting based on surveillance and intelligence information, and others based on factual and aviation safety information. So it may be a bit confusing to the average onlooker.
There's going to be a lot of passengers or potential passengers watching, of course, thinking, how are we going to be made safer? There's also a curiosity here, isn't there? President Sisi says the Brits checked out security at Sharm el-Sheikh and cleared it.
Well, certainly there are international standards of security that all the signatories of the ICAO protocols must follow when it comes to airport security and airline security. But of course, security is different depending on which airport you're at. What happens at Heathrow or JFK is not the same sort of security situation at Sharm el-Sheikh. If this turns out to be a deliberate action, then certainly security would have to be looked at very, very closely, not just at Sharm el-Sheikh, but at airports around the world.
Dr. Curtis, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me. For more on this event, please visit metrojet.airsafe.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.